The winner of the upcoming election for Rusk County Sheriff will be forced to fight crime with one hand tied behind their back. The candidates face a serious question of money and how it's being used. The new jail was built to replace a jail constructed in the 1980s without an operations cost estimate based on design. As the new jail became operational in late 2010, Chief Deputy Ron Duncan requested a budget increase of $727,000 to staff the new facility. The Commissioner's Court gave him less than half of the requested funds. The inefficiencies of the design and debt service outlays have doubled the cost of housing inmates in Rusk County. More than one-third of the property tax rate is consumed by sheriff's patrol, jail operations, and jail debt service. The debt service on the facility is over $1.45 million per year. Now, patrol services can no longer be expanded by relying on taxpayer dollars. The average cost of adding a deputy to the streets is approximately $53,000. The only other source to add deputies is cutting jail costs or outsourcing the excess capacity to free up funds for expansion of the patrol force. Outsourcing could provide funding for an additional 10 deputies or some combination of patrol and investigative personnel. But outsourcing is tricky work. Intergovernmental service agreements are complex. Charlie has years of experience in dealing with them, and he audits performance against those agreements today at jail facilities across the country. The Commissioner's Court knew there was trouble from the beginning. It is appalling that none of the commissioners came forward with anything other than denying Ron Duncan's budget request. Their inaction was a deliberate attempt to hide a set of bad decisions, leading to an inefficient facility built without taxpayer approval. Circumventing taxpayer approval is legal, but not without problems. Certificate of obligation bonds are used whenever there's a likelihood a bond issue will fail at the ballot box. It was explained to Charlie that the reason CO bonds were used is because the Commissioner's Court didn't think the voters would go for it. Once again, it proves that taxpayers at the ballot box are always smarter with their tax money than elected officials are in a meeting room. It seems as though the Commissioner's Court plan is to limp along with a half-full jail and no ability to enhance patrol until the tax base grows enough to support what was built. Perhaps that's the savings the court suggested when they argued that it was cheaper to build the new jail in 2008 than 25 years from now. Maybe that would have been true, except for the debt repayment with interest from 3.25% to 5% on tax-free bonds. So here's the current situation. Charlie Williamson is the only candidate with a clear objective at issue: getting the most out of the jail and getting some money freed up to use for patrol. Charlie sees how the entire criminal justice system of Rusk County is being undermined because the jail will not accept Class C misdemeanor warrant detainees. There are millions of dollars of uncollected fines on the books of the courts in Rusk County, all because bad guys get a pass if it's a minor warrant. Unfortunately, Charlie now has the court out campaigning against him, saying things like the commissioners are disappointed in him bringing this up, and he's a nice guy, but he doesn't understand. And Charlie realizes this: the court will get worse rather than better between now and Election Day. Why? Because the more attention Charlie brings to the Rusk County Jail, how it was funded, how it was built, how it continues to be mismanaged, and how the taxpayers of Rusk County continue to suffer the consequences, the more those responsible for those decisions stand to lose. Charlie is running for the taxpayers of Rusk County. The campaign is about using taxpayer money wisely, about making sure people understand how their money is used, and about making the sheriff's office operate efficiently and effectively in the public's interest. At this late date, lack of money isn't the biggest problem. It's voter turnout. You and your friends need to get on the phone to remind others to vote and follow up to see if they did. Voter turnout is crucial to success, and a little help from you in getting voters to the polls can make all the difference. We need your help now more than ever. Vote Charlie Williamson for Rusk County Sheriff.